Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is London Tay coming to you today with another video, girl. Today's video I'm going to show you guys how to refresh knotless box braids. So here's the product I'm using. I'm going to use a Shine and Jam Magic Fingers. That is what I'm going to use for the parts. And then I'm going to use a Style Factor edge control on the edges, okay? So the key is to not use that Shine and Jam on the front whenever you get to the front with box braids. The key is to use that edge control so that way you don't have too much product in the front causing some whiteness and some greasiness, okay? So I'm really just going to braid, guys. It's the same way I do all my knotless box braids. I am left-handed, so I always feed the hair in from the left-hand side, all right? So these are what I consider medium waist length knotless box braids. At the beginning, you've seen the fresh box braids, and then the next picture, you've seen it 4 weeks later, and here is just the refresh. Now, what I do whenever I refresh hair, these are some tips and tricks that I use whenever I refresh hair. So from a stylist standpoint, I have a set amount that I charge people for refresh, okay? So what I always tell them is I do up to 3 rows of refresh. After 3 rows, I can't do it. I have to charge you for a complete style. So don't even think about going past 3 rows, okay? Now these are knotless, so they wouldn't take nowhere near as it would take to do extra small or small knotless box braids. But like I said, these took about an hour and a half to do in the front, okay? So yeah, so basically the color I'm using is color number 2, and that is basically the darkest brown that you can do until you start getting to the black. Okay, so it's the color number 2. And as you guys can see, after the second braid, you see the thickness of her natural hair that grew out, but the braids are still intact. However, the new growth is crazy, okay? Her hair grows super, super fast when she does that protective style. What I like to do is I tell the client to go ahead and take the braids out that they want redone and go ahead and wash that hair, because once you take the braids out, you have that buildup and that greasiness and that dirtiness from the month of you having the braids in. So it's best to just go ahead and wash that part of your hair. You can get box braids wet, it's not that serious, but just go ahead and wash that. You can wash the whole head as well, so it's really up to you. Knotless braids or even box braids don't go anywhere whenever you wash them. So you know, if you want to wash your braids, go ahead and do that. So like I said, I use a Shine and Jam Magic Fingers that has a stronger hold than the regular Shine and Jam, which is a yellow. I don't even really like to use a yellow. I like to use the red and the orange. Those are my favorite ones to use. They have a stronger hold, and the orange actually has the strongest hold in my opinion. They have like purple and all those other colors in the regular yellow, but I like the red and I like the orange, but the red is way more expensive if you guys haven't noticed. I'm not really sure, because to me it's not the best hold, honestly. So I'm not really sure why the red is way more expensive in the hair stores. Maybe they just trying to capitalize off of everything, you know. Capitalize off of the demand that, you know, it has. Okay guys, so a couple things I wanted to mention before I get off of this video for the voiceover. Whenever you are a braider, I always say, people always ask me how much I charge and how do you figure out how much do you charge. So I always say, just determine how much you want to get paid an hour and determine how long it takes you to do that style. I don't really charge per style, I always charge per hour. So mostly for me, I get paid $40 to $50 an hour, so that way I charge according to that. If something only takes me 2 hours, then I'll charge about $100 and $110, and so on and so on. If it takes me 5 hours, I'll charge accordingly to that. Yeah, so that's basically how I like to do it. Of course, as you get better and quicker, you will start to charge more, but don't be busting head. Don't be charging $300 for knotless braids if you don't really know how to do them, if you're a beginner. Now, when I'm a beginner with styles, I always charge less than what I would normally charge because I'm not good at it yet, and it's probably going to take me hella long, okay? Another thing that I want to add before is that I always include braiding hair in all my styles because I just feel like it's way easier, especially if you have a specific brand that you like. You probably don't know the specific brand that you like until you just try different brands, but I feel like when you leave the responsibility to the clients, they always get the wrong color, wrong hair. Girl, it's just always a mess. And I like to always prep my hair before a client gets, because it really, really takes off an hour or two of your time, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it ends up being a lot whenever you are braiding all day and you're braiding different clients, okay? Save time, save money, girl, save lives, okay? Because nobody want to sit here and go back and forth with a client about what hair to get. I always ask them what color they want days before their appointment, so that way I can go ahead and order the hair or go grab the hair from the hair store. Also, when I'm doing refresh, in order to determine how, the size I want, I just literally go off of the size of the braids that's already done and just kind of keep adding hair until the braid has the thickness that I want it to have. Whenever you are done, you are going to want to redip the ends. So what I like to do is whenever I am done, I treat it like it's still new. I dip the ends, but I dip the ends on the whole style. And then when I oil the whole style. You get what I'm saying? I oil the back and everything because, of course, the back needs moisture for the scalp as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. I know this may not seem so like, okay, girl, we know how to refresh braids, but you'll be surprised of how many new subscribers or new braiders would like to see these super, super little detailed videos that nobody really likes to put up because they feel like it's pointless. But I'm very detailed when it comes to my braiding, and I like to see every little detail of stuff, so I just decided to go ahead and put that in. Also, when I do braids, guys, another tip is I like to part down the middle when I get to the front because it makes all the braids even. So a lot of times I'll part straight down the middle, and the key to doing that is just to stand in front of the client and literally follow the middle of their nose and go directly up. Whenever I do like the left side first or the right side first, after I am done with the left or right side, I will count how many rows are done, and then I'll just start pre-parting the other side just to make sure that the number of rows are matched the other side, okay? I hope that makes sense, but it keeps everything even. That way the client could be able to wear a middle part or either side part. When you automatically just do a side part, it's kind of odd whenever you have small and medium box braids because it's not really much versatility when it comes to that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it was informative. Hope these tips and tricks work for you guys. If it does, make sure you comment below and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Love you guys so much. Peace.